What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are here for our 5 takeaway segment that we do after each and every Borussia Dortmund game. Borussia Dortmund just went up against Sporting and lost 3-1 to officially be eliminated from the Champions League. Very, very poor performance, very poor day for Dortmund fans out there, and we're about to break it down. So if you guys do like this kind of content, be sure to drop a like on today's video as well as drop a sub. Help us get closer to 7,000 subscribers, and let's get into the video now. Alright guys, as you guys could tell, especially if you're on the watch along, I'm tuning in from a different location today. I was able to do the watch along. Wi-Fi was a little iffy, but I appreciate you guys coming in back for our 5 takeaways today. And we're going to take a look at the game, which was one that makes you shake your head. It was a tough one from start to finish. Borussia Dortmund lost 3-1 to Sporting and have been eliminated from this year's Champions League. There's a lot to break down. I'm going to try to be as quick because I'm just honestly in a little bit of pain. My very first takeaway, guys, is going to be Marco Rose. And it's the elephant in the room. What's going to happen now, especially with this result and being knocked out of the Champions League. But Marco Rose has struggled to find an identity on this team. And I've brought this up in many takeaway videos before. But it really did look like the 3-4-2-1 was going to be the system. But he kept flopping back and forth, and he went with the 4-2-3-1. And in this specific game, the 4-2-3-1 just did not work. It did not look like a sound system. The teams did not know what they were doing out there. Sporting didn't even play over that well, in my opinion. We just did not take our chances whatsoever, and a lot of that has to go down to Marco Rose to get the game plan correct. I know that their injuries are huge issues. You have to make sure that Marco Rose knows that. He knows he doesn't have his entire team to work with, but he has to do better, and he has to find a way. And reading game management and making sure the correct system going out there has just not been the case. My second takeaway to guys is the starting 11. In my eyes, taking a look at it, when you're going to play 4-2-3-1, you need to use width. You need to use speed. Why are you playing Renier, Brandt, and Royce? All three of them are cams. Royce was very quiet out there. Renier was very quiet out there. And this seemed like an opportunity if you're going to allow a youngster to come in here. Why not Knauf? Made zero sense to me. I didn't understand it. And we saw 2 very quiet players. I thought Brandt was decent, I guess. But it just didn't make a lot of sense to me. And again, that goes down to Marco Rose. My third takeaway is the substitutions. And once again, I'm not trying to pick on Marco Rose because I still think he's going to be the man for this job going forward. I don't think this is a make or break type game, but in this specific game and throughout the season, there's been decisions coming from Marco Rose that makes you have to consider things. The system today, the starting 11, the personnel, and now the substitutions. What was the point of substituting Zagadou on? Zagadou is a player who is not in form, who has not had a ton of minutes, and I didn't think he'd come on and make much of a difference. And Prongicic was playing fine. I mean, the back line wasn't tested all that much. It wasn't him who was at fault, really, for the goals. And they brought on Zagadou. He came in, had a sloppy touch to get the penalty given and pretty much ending the game for us. It just did not make a lot of sense. As well as bringing on Emre Can, which, to be fair, bringing on a center back or a outside right center back / CDM for a left back, not always the best decision. But Can did play pretty well until he lost his head and got sent off. It was a huge issue there. I just did not know. I did not get it. It didn't make any sense to me, and it was poor game management and poor substitutions from Marco Rose, and I'm curious to see if you guys agree with me. Moving on to my fourth point, guys, is the fact that we're going to the Europa League. What is this going to mean for the club? Erling Haaland, for me, is a player that looked to potentially have the chance of locking him down, keeping him for a few more seasons, and now it looks like a player who's just so obsessed with playing in the Champions League that he's not going to have the chance to do that again this season. How is that going to change things? Is it going to make him potentially want to look elsewhere now? It's a massive repercussion that happens from this Borussia Dortmund side from not qualifying for the round of 16, and it's a tough pill to swallow. And finally, guys, we're going to wrap it up with my fifth and final takeaway, and it's the mentality. I mean, it's a tough one to pick on. I don't personally think crashing out in the group stage of this group is the right mentality. I mean, everyone thought we were going to be the favorites. We knew Ajax was going to be strong, but I mean, at least if you didn't top it, get through. And I'm not saying the mentality is the biggest issue with that, but we are getting knocked out of the Champions League right now. It's not a strong mentality to have. There was almost a bit of disbelief, I thought, going throughout the squad throughout this match where it didn't know if and when a goal would ever come. We did eventually get one through Malen, but it was just pure frustration. So now I got to hit back, and I want to see what this team is made of now with the mentality, and if they can come back and if they can win against Wolfsburg, if they can win against Bayern. Can Marco Rose steer this ship? Because right now, it's almost like there's a little disbelief with the players, and it's seeming like this season just not going the way that we want it to. It's very frustrating, and I mean, I don't want to see us play Europa League football, but I mean, if we're dropping down in that competition, we better win it. So guys, those are my 5 takeaways today from a very frustrating defeat, which knocks us out of the Champions League. Be sure to let me know down below what you guys thought of my 5 takeaways, if there's anything you guys want to add, because I'm sure there's plenty. I know there's plenty. So be sure to comment down below, guys. I'm going to try to be very active on this chat, get back to all of you guys' thoughts and opinion. What do you think, and where do we go for here? I'm very curious to hear you guys' thoughts. So I appreciate you guys tuning in with me throughout the watch along as well with this video. So if you guys haven't done so yet, please be sure to drop a like on the video, drop a sub as well, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers, friends.